Okay, let's be honest for a second.
Mm.
We've all belted out a tune or two in the shower, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
why does our voice sound so much better in there?
Right.
You guys sent us a YouTube video about this, and it's seriously fascinating.
Yeah.
It dives into the science of sound, acoustics, even psychology. So today we're going to do a deep dive into, well,
I love it.
the science behind those bathroom singing superpowers.
Okay, well, the thing that always gets me is how such a regular room, like a bathroom, can make our voices sound so different.
Right.
It really comes down to the physics of sound and how sound interacts with the space around it.
So the video talks about echoes and reflections, like how they make a big difference. I kind of remember that from school, but a refresher would be great.
Okay, so imagine you're in this big empty hall and you clap.
Okay.
You hear the clap.
Yeah.
But then the sound kind of hangs around, you know?
Right.
It bounces around. Those are the echoes you're hearing. And they're made by sound waves bouncing off the surfaces in the room.
So, like, the harder and more bare the surface, the stronger the echo.
Exactly.
That's why places like churches and gyms are super echoey, huh?
It is.
Yeah.
So now think about your bathroom.
Okay.
Small space, usually
Yeah.
hard surfaces, smooth surfaces,
Mm-hmm.
tiles, porcelain, mirrors.
Oh, yeah.
Those act almost like acoustic mirrors. They reflect sound waves really well.
So my bathroom is basically a custom-built echo chamber.
Uh-huh. You could say that.
Seriously?
Yeah, but it's not that simple.
What do you mean?
Those echoes, they don't just bounce around randomly.
Oh?
They actually make our voices sound richer, fuller.
I don't know if I get that.
Okay.
How do those bouncing sound waves change how my voice actually sounds?
So it has to do with reverberation.
Reverberation?
Uh-huh. Think of it as, I don't know, echo's cooler cousin or something.
Okay.
It's what happens when those echoes start to overlap.
Okay.
They blend together.
Yeah.
And that creates this feeling of spaciousness in the sound.
So it's not just like one distinct echo, it's like a bunch of them all swirling together, like the sound you hear in a cathedral.
Exactly. And this reverberation, it's a big part of what makes singing in the bathroom sound so good. Just adds a richness, a warmth you wouldn't get in a room with less echo.
So basically my bathroom is giving me that studio sound.
Mm-hmm. Without the expensive equipment.
I love it.
It is pretty cool.
It is.
But remember how we talked about different surfaces reflecting sound differently?
Ooh, yeah.
Well, bathrooms, they're really good at amplifying certain frequencies that just happen to be the most important ones for the human voice.
Whoa, wait.
Yeah.
Are you saying my bathroom is like a natural equalizer?
It kind of is.
Boosting like the good parts of my voice. So which frequencies are we talking about here?
Mainly mid-range frequencies.
Oh.
That's where most of the power and clarity of the human voice is.
Okay.
So when you sing in the bathroom, those get a nice boost,
Oh.
which makes your voice sound fuller, more resonant.
My bathroom isn't just making my voice louder then, it's actually enhancing certain parts of it.
Yeah.
It's like my bathroom's a sound engineer or something.
Exactly. And that actually leads into another point the video makes about how the size of the space affects the sound.
Right. Like they use the example of a church. Right.
Yeah. Those places can be so echoey,
Yeah.
but not always in a good way. In those really big spaces, the sound waves, they have so much further to travel before reflecting back.
Right.
So there's a much longer delay between the original sound and the echo, which can make things sound unclear.
Like muddy.
Exactly. Muddy.
So it's like the echoes are lagging behind and messing everything up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why big spaces often need special acoustic treatments to control those long echoes and make the sound clearer, whether it's for speaking or music.
Wow. It's crazy how much the size and shape of a room affects how everything sounds.
It is.
So like what makes a space acoustically good or bad then?
Yeah. That's a good question.
It's got to be more than just the amount of echo, right?
It is. Yeah, it's about the type of echo, too.
Okay.
Short, quick echoes,
Right.
like in a bathroom, they can enhance the sound.
Right.
But long, delayed echoes, like in a really big open space,
Yeah.
those can muddy it up.
Huh.
Architects and sound engineers, they actually put a lot of thought into how they shape rooms
Oh, wow.
and what materials they use to get the best possible acoustics.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want a concert hall to sound like a giant bathroom.
Right.
And I definitely don't want my bathroom sounding like a cathedral.
Exactly. It's about striking the right balance for what the space is used for.
Yeah.
But for our deep dive today,
Right.
let's get back to bathroom acoustics.
Okay, so we talked about echoes and reverberation and how our bathrooms are basically mini concert halls that boost our vocal frequencies.
Right.
But the video also mentioned psychology,
Yeah.
like why we actually love to sing in the bathroom. It's got to be more than just the sound, right?
It is. There are these fascinating psychological factors that make the whole experience even better.
Oh, okay.
And they have a lot to do with why we think we sound better in there.
Ooh, I'm intrigued. This is where it gets really interesting.
Yeah, it is.
That's so.
I think so, too. Well, when you're in the bathroom, you're usually by yourself, right?
Yeah, totally.
There's no audience,
Yep.
no one to judge,
Wow.
no pressure to be perfect.
Right.
It's just a safe space to let loose and sing your heart out.
That's so true. It's like having your own private karaoke booth where you can just belt it out without worrying.
Yeah, and that feeling of freedom, that privacy,
Yeah.
it actually leads to something called a confidence boost.
Oh, interesting.
When we're less self-conscious, we tend to do better at things.
Mm.
And that's true for singing, too.
So it's not just that the bathroom makes us sound better, it's that it makes us feel more confident, which then makes us sing better.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a positive feedback loop.
Exactly. The better sound from the reverberation, the boosted frequencies,
Yeah.
those make us think we're singing better, which makes us more confident, and then we sing even more freely and expressively.
It's amazing how those two things, the acoustics and the psychology, work together to create such a good experience.
It really is.
Yeah.
There's actually one more psychological element that the video talks about.
Oh, what's that?
It's the masking of pitch imperfections.
So you mean like the bathroom acoustics are actually hiding my bad notes?
Well,
Tell me more.
Well, remember how the reverberation creates that sort of sonic blur?
Yeah.
Sounds blending together?
Right.
That can actually smooth over little inconsistencies in your pitch.
Oh, wow.
It can make your singing sound more polished.
So the bathroom's like my own personal auto-tune.
You could say that?
I love it.
Of course, it's not a magic fix,
Right.
but it does help make you sound better overall.
At this point, I'm starting to think my bathroom's the talented one here, not me.
Uh-huh. Come on, give yourself some credit.
Okay.
Your voice is still doing the work,
Right.
but your bathroom's acoustics are definitely giving you a little boost.
They are. All right. So we've figured out bathrooms are great for singing, both because of the sound and because of how they make us feel. But does that mean we should all be training to be opera singers? Like, is the bathroom a good test of real singing talent?
Well, that's a good question. You know, the bathroom can make anyone's voice sound better,
Yeah.
but it is a very specific acoustic environment.
So what sounds amazing in the shower might not sound so great on, like, a stage.
Yeah, exactly. Those environments have different acoustics.
Yeah.
And they need different singing techniques.
Right. It's like, you know how professional athletes train in really specific ways to be the best at their sport?
Yeah.
A swimmer wouldn't necessarily be good at running a marathon, even if they're super fit.
Yeah, that's a great comparison.
Right.
So bathroom's a great place to practice.
Yeah.
Explore your voice.
Yeah.
But it doesn't necessarily mean you'll be successful singing in other situations.
Yeah. So don't get too carried away with your shower concerts.
No, not at all. It's great to enjoy singing in the bathroom.
Yeah.
It can help you build confidence, try new things with your voice. But it's important to remember it's a unique situation acoustically and psychologically.
Okay, so enjoy the bathroom magic, but
Yeah.
don't let it go to your head.
Yeah. And that brings up another interesting point.
Oh, what's that?
If we think of the bathroom as like a training ground for singers, are there other everyday places that could have those hidden acoustic properties
Ooh, that's interesting.
that could be good for other activities?
Right. We talked about churches and concert halls.
Yeah.
But what about more normal places?
Exactly. Like think about your office, your
Ah.
living room, even your car.
Yeah.
All of those spaces, they have their own unique acoustics
Wow.
that can change how we hear things and maybe even affect our mood and productivity.
I never thought of it that way, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
So how can we be more aware of acoustics in our daily lives?
Just start paying attention.
Okay.
Notice how your voice sounds different in different rooms or how the background noise levels, affect your focus.
Yeah.
Just start listening for the subtle ways that sound interacts with everything around you.
Like becoming an acoustic detective, uncovering the hidden world of sound.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the more you pay attention to those little details, the more you'll realize how much sound affects everything.
I'm definitely going to be listening more closely from now on.
Good.
This deep dive has been a real ear opener.
I like that.
So before we wrap up, let's go over the key takeaways from our bathroom acoustics adventure.
Okay.
Okay, so we've learned that all those hard surfaces in our bathroom, the tiles and stuff,
Yeah.
they create all these short echoes
They do.
that make our voices sound like fuller and more powerful.
It's true. It's like having your own personal echo chamber, just adding that extra something to your singing.
Yeah, and then there's reverberation. Those echoes that like cascade and create this spacious sound, almost like a studio effect.
Exactly.
So our bathroom's basically a natural amplifier and sound enhancer.
Yeah.
And it especially boosts those mid-range frequencies that are so important for our voices.
That's right. And we can't forget the psychological side of things either.
Oh, yeah, totally.
That feeling of privacy, no judgment, it really boosts your confidence.
And that makes us sing even better.
It does. It's like a positive feedback loop.
The bathroom makes us sound better, we feel more confident, we sing more freely.
Exactly. A win-win for bathroom singers.
Absolutely. And we also can't forget about the masking of pitch imperfections.
Oh, right, yeah.
The reverberation can actually smooth over those little wobbles and flat notes.
It's true. It can make you sound a bit more polished.
So basically, our bathroom is this sonic sanctuary where we can unleash our inner rock star.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
No judgment, and maybe sound a little better than we actually do.
It is a special place for singers.
It is, but we have to remember,
Yeah.
what sounds amazing in the bathroom might not sound as good somewhere else.
Right, like on a stage.
Yeah.
Or in a recording studio.
They have their own unique acoustics.
Exactly. Remember that athlete analogy?
Oh, yeah, the swimmer and the marathon runner.
Yeah, both athletes, but they excel in different areas?
Right, so even though the bathroom might not tell us if someone's a truly great singer,
yeah,
it's still a fantastic place to practice, try new things.
For sure, it's all about experimenting, building confidence.
Yeah, and just having fun with singing without any pressure.
Exactly. And who knows, maybe those bathroom rehearsals will lead to something bigger.
They could.
You never know.
Well, this deep dive has definitely made me think about acoustics in a whole new way.
Me too. It's fascinating how much it affects us.
Yeah, I'm going to be listening much more closely to how sound behaves in different places now.
Good. I think that's the key takeaway here.
It is.
Just becoming more aware of our sonic environment.
Exactly, and appreciating how sound shapes everything around us.
Well said.
Well, that's all the time we have for today.
Okay.
We hope you enjoyed our deep dive into the world of bathroom acoustics.
It was fun.
And we'll see you next time for another fascinating topic.
See you then.